Jack Ma or Ma Yun. He was born on September 10, 1964 in Hangzhou, a city 160 kilometers southwest of Shanghai. Jack was the middle child of the family. Ion it means cloud, and his last name means horse in Chinese. And he has an older brother and a younger sister. Jack's mother, Hui Ving, he worked on the production line at the factory. His father, Ma Laifa, was a photographer at the Hangzhou Institute of Photography. Ma and his brother and sister grew up in a time when the communist government was ruling in China and had plunged this country into isolation. Yun's family did not have much wealth and could not provide for their children as they should, perhaps financially. At that time, private enterprises were almost eradicated because 90% of industrial production was in the hands of the government. Jack Ma was interested in English since childhood. Jack used every opportunity to practice English. He would wake up before sunrise and ride his bicycle to the Hangzhou Hotel to greet foreign tourists. He himself says about this, "Every morning from 5 o'clock in front of the hotel, I read English. Many foreign tourists came from America and Europe. I would take them to see Bokhtri Lake for free, and they would teach me English." Jack says about English, "English helps me a lot. It helps me get to know the world better, meet the best CEOs and leaders in the world, and makes me see the gap between China and the world better." It was at this time that tourists called him Jack, and from that day on, Ma Yun was known as Jack Ma in English. Jack barely graduated from college in 1988, and he quickly looked for a suitable job, but only met with a closed door. He even applied for a job at the KFC restaurant chain, but was not accepted. Finally, he worked as a professor of English and global business at Dianzi University in Hangzhou. In January 1994, when he was 29, Jack started the Hangzhou Haiba Translation Agency. Jack's Translation Institute failed to achieve commercial success, but it provided the grounds for his entrepreneurship. In 1994, Jack Ma had heard about the internet, and in the same year, he founded his first company, Hangzhou Translation Center. In early 1995, he traveled to America with his colleagues and got acquainted with the internet with their help. He searched for the word beer in the first instance. Information about beer from many countries came up in the search results, and was surprised that there were no results from China. In addition, he tried to search for general information about China, and to his surprise, there was none. So he and his friend created a website about China. This is when we realized that the internet had great things to offer. Then he launched a site called Online Yellow Page, which was actually an online manual and displayed the products of different companies. After launching several small websites, Jack gathered 17 of his friends at his home and asked them to trust him and the idea he had. Jack convinced his friends to invest in starting an online store called Alibaba. Chinese exporters could list their products on this website so that foreign customers can buy their requested products directly from the manufacturers of this country. Alibaba started attracting investors from all over the world very soon. In October 1999, Goldman Sachs, an American company, invested $5 million, and SoftBank, a Japanese company, invested $20 million in Alibaba. It was in this way that the Alibaba website was officially launched. Realizing the high potential of the internet and websites, Jack Ma established several other e-commerce websites in 2003. Taobao, Alipay, Alimama, and Lynx were the websites that joined the Alibaba Group in 2003. Alibaba, now a holding company consisting of 9 companies, had a very simple and small beginning, consisting of only one website. Jack's personal apartment in Hangzhou, China, can be considered the birthplace of Alibaba. This website was launched by 18 founders, led by Jack Ma in 1989. Alibaba.com was an online wholesale market. The purpose of Alibaba was to enable Chinese manufacturers to connect with overseas buyers. Now this company operates in more than 200 countries and is known as one of the largest internet companies in the world. 500 million active users use Alibaba's mobile application monthly. In September 2014, Alibaba put $25 billion worth of shares on the New York Stock Exchange for public sale. This number was the highest public sale of shares in the history of the United States of America. It turned Alibaba into one of the most valuable technology companies in the world. Some compare Alibaba's business model to Amazon's, but there is a big difference between the two, and that difference is that Alibaba doesn't ship any products. His most important job is to establish a relationship between producers and buyers of products.